Hello, and welcome to episode 148 of Bardic Quest. The hunters have become the hunted, as our heroes now find themselves face to face with a fierce white dragon. A white dragon who has just unleashed its icy breath on Saga, an attack which threatens to end her very life. Can our heroes survive and continue on their quest to save Johann's soul? Let's find out. So without further ado, let's get into this week's episode of Bardic Quest. You take 44 points of cold damage.
I'm down.
That's disgusting.
As it swoops on back up to about 40 feet above Saga's position.
Instantly.
That is its go.
Let's go. So what?
Sergei, you're up.
Me? Okay.
Do I need to do a death save?
On your go, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Knowing that we have Thorik with us, I'm going to try and scare this dragon away, and I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at second level on it. Could it make a wisdom save for me, please?
Certainly. Ooh! Well, I'm going from one extreme to the other. That's a 2 on the dice, so that's going to be a fail.
Which does fail, so I'll do the full damage. As Sergei just runs up and starts waving his arms, going, "Go away, you big, gangly beast!" As I somehow lace that with necrotic words, or psychic words.
Okay.
It will take, 16 plus 3, 19 hit points of psychic damage.
Very nice.
And must immediately use its reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. Doesn't move into a dangerous area, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. All right. So it's using its reaction, yeah, to do that?
Yes, yeah.
All right. Essentially then what it does is it continues along its flight path, and it flies 80 feet past where you guys are hiding and up the hill at this point. So that's just for this turn then, so it doesn't have the frightened condition, does it?
No, that's just its reaction. Yeah. And then I'll use my bonus action to give Thorik a Bardic Inspiration.
Thank you, sir.
Which is a D8 now, if that's any help to you.
Insane.
Nice.
That's my turn.
Okay. Thorik, you're up. Saga's down. The dragon is now 80 feet away from roughly where you are.
Right. That changes what I'm going to do, but I need to get my lass back up. What's going to be the best use of this? I am going to... Saga's 60 feet away from me, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
But then
No, about 35 feet.
35 feet of me.
Yeah.
What's Saga's maximum HP?
39.
is that going to be the best use of this? So 39, half of that would be about 20 or about 19. Or I could do that. I'm going to stride forwards. I'm going to stride away from Saga, but make sure that I'm still within 30 feet of her. So just on the cusp. So I'm kind of like deliberately opposing myself away from people to like not get within range of this like cone that I've just seen happen.
Yeah. Okay.
So that it's not as easy for it to like get all of us in one go.
Sure.
And Thorik will just sort of say to those, stay spread out as much as you can if you need to. Don't let it hit us all at the same time. And Thorik starts striding out, and the silver in his beard and the rings all start to glow. His eyes start glowing silver. The rings on his shield and the warhammer start to glow as I use my Channel Divinity feature to preserve life. I can immediately get Saga up to half of her hit points, which if she's 39 would be 19, I believe.
Okay. I just want to flag something quickly.
Please.
Saga, have you checked the details of your breastplate?
I'm doing it now. I just have a normal breastplate.
Did you not have the breastplate
magic.
from the mine?
You have a...
If I don't know what it does. It was never checked. It's just,
it's
I'm
never
just
checked?
wearing it.
Okay. So you are wearing that one. You just don't
Yes.
know what it does.
Yeah. It was shiny, and Saga doesn't know anything about magic. And she was like, ooh.
All right. Very well. Sorry, I thought it had been checked and claimed or whatever.
I know my sword is no longer magical, but breastplate just being worn.
Is it...
Is it
Does
good?
anything passively happen?
I believe.
Do
I believe that actually I might need you to roll an additional d20 for your saving throw.
Is this a good thing? So what? Just another.
Just let's do another Constitution saving throw here,
Okay.
just before
Okay,
Thorik
I've got
burns
a-
anything.
I mean, that's a 22.
In which case, then, Saga, though you dropped pretty quickly,
Yeah.
you are not in fact dying, as you only took half damage, 22 points of damage. Your breastplate gives you advantage against breath weapons of dragons.
Oh.
Fantastic.
That nice.
Does that mean she's not...
Nice.
Not down.
She's
So I get 22.
She might have,
so
she might
that
have gobbed it a little, but she's not dying, at least.
Oh, it hurt. Let's just say it hurt a
Just,
lot.
just slightly bloodied.
So, sort of thematically, I'm kind of about to use this magic and then see in this sort of cold sort of blast where Saga's been beaten into the floor, she, like, stands.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll just go. Ow!
From out of the dry ice comes a very
Yeah.
injured Saga.
Yeah, that's what.
It's like Avatar.
Yeah. That really hurt. The ice queen emerges.
Is she still looking really... really
She's
crap?
definitely blooded.
Yeah, bloody.
Definitely blooded.
Just about.
Okay. That does change what I'd like
Yes.
to
That's
do.
why I flagged it now, because I thought it
Okay.
might.
Thank you.
What do I do now?
You can move to a completely different position if you want to, by the way, Thorik.
Cool. Seeing her do that, I will still stay relatively close to her, as I said. But instead, it's 80 feet away. That changes that. I'm going to... That's within 15 feet of me. We need to get this bastard to land, basically. That would be my best point of action. Oh, this is the longest turn in all of the world. I'm going to... What's my range on that? 120 feet. I'm going to sort of stride up and just sort of yell to Saga, like, "You're not dead!"
That just really hurt.
Well, hang in there. I've got your back. And the sort of silver magic sort of redirects as he was about to speak a word of like radiant life. He instead sort of like harnesses it back into his rings. And just the hammer starts to glow. And I am going to... I'm going to shout to the dragon from 80 feet away and sort of brandish the hammer and just say, "Running away, you slug! You've haunted Phandalin! You've haunted these mountains for too long! I am Thorik Silverhorn, and I challenge you!" And I beat the hammer on the shield and brandish it. "This is the hammer of my ancestor, the dragon-slaying warhammer. You will not live this day." And I'm going to hold a spell to take effect if it comes within... if it comes within 30 feet of us.
Okay.
It's rain. Well, I will say if it comes within 30 feet horizontally, but it can be up to 60 feet above us, I will use this spell. But he issues this challenge as he's just kind of like glowing with magic, just kind of crackling with the holding the dragon slaying warhammer aloft against this creature.
Okay. So just so I'm clear as well. You have moved
Yep.
up. When you moved up the hill towards it to kind of almost get in between it and the rest of the party, yeah?
Yeah.
So you are kind of stood on the hill, kind of alone, shouting at this dragon with the rest of the party behind you.
Away, kind of 30 feet from them, or kind of as much as that's possible. But yeah, towards this thing, definitely making a spectacle of himself.
Okay. Which would put then this dragon actually only about probably 50 feet from where you currently are.
Cool.
Okay. All right. Marvellous. You watch all of this play out. Saga getting absolutely blasted with this cold breath. Thorik shouting out his challenge to the dragon. What would you like to do?
I'm going to run out of my from behind the tree, having heard Thorik lay down this excellent challenge, and I'm going to run to about 30. How far ahead of us is he between?
Thorik. Probably about 25 feet, I would have thought, with your...
Okay.
You don't have... you're 25 feet, aren't you, movement, Thorik?
30 boots of striding
Oh, yes,
springs.
boots of striding springs. Yeah, 30 feet from you, then.
Cool. I will run to say about where I am. Just pop out, so I'm beyond him, and I shall look at the dragon and go, "Yeah!" But as I do so, I'm going to use bonus action to cast the spell Sanctuary on Thorik. So as I do so, I go, "Yeah!" But then with my other hand, a glow appears around me as I cast forth my hand, and that glow sort of travels the 30 feet between us and just lands and shimmers on Thorik, coating him with a sort of light golden glow.
Nice. Okie doke. Anything else you'd like to do, Marvellous?
Yeah, swine.
So would you like to describe, for Thorik's benefit, what your sanctuary does?
Oh, absolutely. So I ward a creature within range against attack until the spell ends. Any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack or a harmful spell must first make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, that must choose a new target or lose the attack.
Nice. Very, very nice. So
It doesn't affect like breath weapons. But
sure, it has to be targeted with an
hoping,
attack.
yeah.
So no area effects, but an actual attack would work. All right, cool. Thank you, Callum.
Or it gives him a nod. Like, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes, I think I've rather buggered myself there, but never mind, I've done it now.
all right. Very well.
If the warded creature makes an attack, casts a spell that affects an enemy or deals damage to another creature, the spell ends. That's my bad. Let's carry on.
To be fair, it shouldn't end with what I have prepared,
Oh, cool. Lovely.
in theory.
In
Interesting.
theory.
It's not technically a damage spell I'm wanting to cast on it.
We are at the top of round 2. Saga, you are probably shivering
Yeah.
from the cold.
How far am I away from the dragon?
You are at this point now about 80 feet away
80.
because it was forced to fly away from Sergei.
Can I... Within 35 feet of me,
Yeah.
is there somewhere where I could go where I could get like half cover from a tree, but
Yes,
still
there's
shoot it?
plenty of places.
Well, that's what I will do.
Okay, so you're gonna hide
I'll
behind
run.
a tree to get some half cover.
Yeah, get some half cover, but I can still go pew at it.
Which is a technical term, obviously.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
So that's my plan.
All right. So
Shoot her!
so you're running. Just so I'm clear, you're running up the hill to close the gap.
Mm-hmm. And then
But
find a
hiding behind a
tree.
tree to
Yeah.
then shoot at it. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Sounds good.
Shoot her!
Go for it.
18 to hit.
Ooh, an 18 to hit. Will absolutely hit as you once again break through the dragon's defenses as it lets out an almighty roar. Roll for damage for me.
I'm gonna use another superiority dice
Very well.
because this is bullshit. The only one that makes sense is... Let's do maneuvering attack so someone can get half their movement now.
Nice.
That is... quick maths. 10 points of damage.
Nice. All right. Yeah, it lets out another roar of frustration and anger as you strike. Who are you going to allow to move up to half their speed here?
Who wants to move? I'm guessing our spellcasters. Thorik, have some movement.
Oh, thank you. I will move. I don't really know where to move. Just kind of keeping.
Slightly towards me would be helpful because otherwise I've completely buggered my turn.
Yeah. Towards Marvellus then, sort of putting himself as like a linchpin between everyone as much as he can. Sort of not too
Okay.
close to them, but close enough to be useful.
All right. Okay, yeah, you could probably get yourself pretty much halfway between where Saga is and where Marvellus and Sergei are at this point. 15 feet, so the dragon is now about 65 feet from your current position. Okay.
It's gonna come closer to me, you bastard.
Anything else you'd like to do, Saga?
That's it.
Okay. To determine what the dragon is going to do here, Thorik, could I please get an intimidation check from you, please?
Cool.
It's going to help determine.
Do I get any sort of bonus?
add the
I'm happy.
inspiration?
I'm happy to be pitched, but you do have bardic inspiration. Also,
That's true. I can't use my supply dice or anything.
no, that's not really what the supply dice are for. So, oh, actually, hang on. Hang on.
Or can
one
I use,
second.
or is there any someone else's abilities that allow me to add things to things or get advantage on
Oh
things?
no, it is specifically for an ally making an ability check.
I can get you to re-roll it if it's bad.
But the
Once per
leader.
journey.
Yes.
Ability check or saving
As a
throw?
reaction, you can allow another party member to re-roll a failed saving throw or ability
Ooh.
check once per party member per journey.
Well,
As
let's
a reaction.
let's see what happens with the first one.
Yes, let's see whether I want to use my reaction because I do quite like my reaction.
I would love to be able to re-roll this natural one.
Yeah, go on then. Let's use I'll use my reaction to
Thank you.
like, re-roll that. Thank you.
Go, you bugger. Okay, right. That's -1 to a 9, but I'm going to use my. So it goes to a 9. But I'm going to use my my bardic inspiration, which is a D8. You say so? James, is it a D8? Yeah.
Yeah.
Potential
Lovely. Ooh, 4. So that's a 13.
13. All right. This dragon kind of begins to circle around, and it bellows out, "Dragon Slayer!" Ha! As it begins to dive bomb towards you. It will then get within 30 feet of you.
Lovely. 30 feet, like horizontally, or
Yeah.
as it's happening.
well,
then
kind of like diagonally, but you did say it could be up to 60
fine.
feet above you, so it is kind of it's dive bombing towards you, so not necessarily parallel with the ground at this point.
Then Thorik kind of digs his heels in, tucks himself behind his shield, and releases his spell Command as he says, "Land." So he,
Oh!
a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. So he has to make a DC 14 Wisdom save, I think it is. Wisdom save, yes. DC 14 Wisdom save. He digs his heels in as he's prepared to like just have this thing sort of land and like slide up to him.
DC 14.
DC 14. It's not as high as I'd love it to be, but we're gonna go for it.
That's a 12.
So his words kind of like crackle with power as there's almost kind of like a stillness as just this one word just like reads it. He speaks it in Dwarvish, obviously. He just goes land and just goes as it. It'll only take effect on his turn, to be fair. After this one, I believe.
Let me double check the wording here.
This is a weird one actually.
Command.
So
Well
the
played,
dragons
sir.
go.
Well played. Command. Command.
Oh, on its next turn. I've prepared it so.
Target must see on wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. I'm gonna say that is gonna count this turn because you held the action. I'm gonna.
Cool.
I
That's
don't know
fine
if
by
that's the
me.
correct ruling, but that's what I'm going with. Spell has okay, and it lasts for 1 round. Okay.
Yep.
All right. In which case, then, it lands about 30 feet in front of you.
Cool.
Now, is it then forced
what you
to? Is that its only action it has?
In fairness, so it's up to you. So it says that it has to follow or follow the command on its next turn. It doesn't say anything about actions, and quite a lot of it seems to be about movement.
Yeah.
So that's up to you to determine whether it lands and then can also perform an action.
Well, you commanded it to land within 30 feet of you. It has landed, so it has fulfilled that command. So it has moved, because I said 65 feet, so it's moved 35. It's going to just steadily, step another 5 feet towards you, so it's now 25 feet away from you. And it's very much baring its draconic teeth at you. Sergei, what would you like to do?
I would like to shout at it, "Oh, you are just a big fat pigeon," as I cast vicious mockery on it. Could I get another wisdom save from it, please?
You certainly can. Just bear with me 1 second. Alright, wisdom save.
Yes, please.
Oh, that's a 2.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh no, sorry, make that a 5.
Still fails, so it's going to take 2d4, which isn't a lot. So it'll take 4 hit points of damage. As I viciously mock it. But the more important part is it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn. And then I'll just kind of stand there and go like that.
Flipping the bird.
Flipping the bird, quite literally, flipping the dragon. Yeah, I'll stay at a distance because it ain't got a lot in terms of
Alright.
big combat damage.
Thorik, you're up.
So, he flips the dragon slaying warhammer, which kind of sings through the air, and it starts to glow in anticipation of there being its mortal foe in range. And just flavor-wise, more than anything, Thorik digs his heels in and uses the boots of striding and springing to leap towards it. So he's a few feet in the air as he just comes around, and he just screams in Dwarvish, "Baronar!" and thwacks it across the face with the dragon slaying warhammer.
Go for it.
Come on, baby.
That's so cool.
Make sure you are, of course, utilizing all of the effects of said hammer.
Oh yes, dirty 20 to hit.
Nice. As there's a flash as this hammer just strikes it around the jaw.
So we are doing 1d8 for the normal thing, plus 3d6 of extra damage for the dragon slaying warhammer. So here we go.
You used the Bardic Inspiration, didn't you?
I've used the Bardic Inspiration for the intimidation. Yes, please. Okie dokie. So that is 6 plus the 4. 19 points of bludgeoning damage from this magical dragon slaying warhammer.
Nice.
As he just thwacks it across the top of its maw, and just break. There's silver dust that kind of explodes off from the hit.
Nice.
As he just impacts and takes off one of the scales.
And it lets out an almighty roar. You kind of almost see this kind of icy blast of breath into the air, kind of as almost like a show of force as it kind of bears its head around, baring its teeth at you. Yeah, it's not happy.
Good. And I'm not finished there, as I use my bonus action to cast Spiritual Weapon. As he then twists his shield hand and sort of goes with the motion the other way, as out of this kind of pocket of magical energy, just already spinning end over end, is his spiritual hammer, which is a 25 to hit, and
Nice.
the full 8, so that is plus 3. 11 points of force damage.
Very nice. Alrighty. Again, another roar of frustration from the dragon as you see it kind of whip its tail around, trying to strike at your spiritual weapon. But of course, not hitting anything.
But of course.
But of course. Anything else, Thorik?
No, that's me. Thank you very much.
Marvellous.
Well, I'm just out of range for combat, but I'm going to charge forwards. Yes, I will be. I'm going to charge forwards 30 feet.
Okay.
Leaving myself, I believe, 15 feet from the combat.
Yep.
And taking a leaf out of my colleague's book, I'm going to throw a hand forward, pointing at the dragon as I catch its eye, and I am going to attempt to command the dragon.
Ooh.
As I shout the word, prostrate!
Prostrate.
To lay down and put oneself in a helpless position.
You said you didn't like reading. Why do you have the
Just
sword?
because there's a difference between being educated and well read.
So that's a wisdom saving throw.
That's a wisdom saving throw.
What are we looking at DC wise?
We are looking at.
Oh, Jesus.
We're looking at a 13, I believe. You need to make.
That's a 7.
Oh, it was a 14 you needed anyway, but that's good. So lie down, boy. Down, boy. Roll over.
So obviously that will come into effect
Belly
on
up.
the dragon's next turn here.
Yes, so it will not affect any ranged attack. Yeah.
So yeah, so at the moment it won't get down, but when it does on its turn, it will indeed get down. Right.
And nothing with my bonus action. Just a na with my bonus action. I preen with my bonus action.
Very well. Next up then is Thorik. No, sorry, Saga.
I'll have another turn if I'm allowed.
Sorry, it's because I had Saga and Sergei noted as S on my initiative order, but then I realised the error of my ways. So we're at the top of the round 3. Saga, you're up.
How far am I from the...
You are, I think, 35 feet technically. I think.
Yes. I will use my full movement
Yes.
to get to it, and then we're moving to melee attacks.
Oh, actually, no.
Finally.
Sorry, I did the same thing with my notes the other way. You're much closer than that because you're behind the tree, weren't you?
Yes.
So in fact, you're about 20 feet at this point away.
Okay, well then I can leisurely stroll towards it with my movement.
Yes.
We'll give it a good old whack.
All right. Go for it.
Eight is not gonna hit.
No, I'm afraid not. No. It is...
Extra attack.
What's that? Sorry.
Extra attack.
Go for it.
That's better. 21.
Oh, much better. All right. The first swing you slightly misjudged the distance.
Yeah.
But the second one you managed to strike true with. So.
She'll look around and see if anyone saw as she missed the first one. That's embarrassing. Let's use superiority dice.
All right.
Which
I don't think it's embarrassing, to be fair. I mean, this is a big thing. You know, it's
Yeah.
got really heavy scales. You know, it's not...
Let's use maneuvering attack. There we go. That is 12 points damage.
Okay. Nice. All right. And again, the roars becoming all the more frequent as you manage to strike at it again. It is getting progressively more and more frustrated at all of these strikes that it is having to endure, particularly now that it is on the ground.
Actually, I'm
yeah.
gonna use. Oh, I can't. I can't use action surge and superiority dice. That's fine.
Alrighty.
Do you know?
Can I now? Can I?
Is
Can I?
superiority? It's not a bonus action, is it?
It's a completely different
dice?
thing.
Yes, then I'm gonna use action surge, which is really hard to say fast.
Go for it.
I can't hit because it's an 8, but I can take another extra attack. 14 to hit?
I'd love it if Saga was saying that out loud.
Yeah.
A 14, however, is going to miss, as
This is now embarrassing. Oh well.
it is just now swinging itself about in rage, and it's just
Smacking at it in a hissy fit.
slightly too quick.
Yeah. I
Um,
think Saga is having her version of a hissy fit. At this point.
She's too cold. She can't.
Yeah, exactly. I'm stiff and cold.
All right. Anything else, Saga?
Yeah, that's.
All
Oh,
right.
who gets to move? I don't need to move. I think
That's true.
Okay. Go for it.
Come join the party.
Half your
Sergei,
movement.
you can move up to half your movement. Where would you like to move?
Me?
Yes.
Ah!
It was a maneuvering attack.
I'm happy being by the business end of this thing, so. Well, I'm not happy about it.
But
Where would you like to move to?
We
Sergei?
don't have enough movement to get round to the other side to sort of give a flanking.
Well, you're only allowed to use half your movement, so unfortunately not.
Aha, so definitely not then.
but you can start moving towards the.
I will start moving towards it with a slow pace.
12.5 foot.
Yeah,
Okay.
1.5 feet movement.
All right. Cool. So you're just moving towards it at this point.
Yeah.
Okay. So closing the gap as you do. All right. Now then, it is the dragon's turn, which has a command that it must sadly follow.
Yeah.
Which
Well,
the
what's
command was
again?
prostrate.
Which you can interpret as you wish, but you know,
Well, I
to get
have...
low and lie down is the, and then you can do whatever else you want with once he's done that.
Yeah, I have looked at the definition. Yes. It is therefore going to use its turn to go prone. And that is the dragon's go. However, I do need to check something first. Okay. That is the dragon's go.
Hearing this,
Yeah,
sort of
I've never had command work before. This is really happy.
Oh, I love commands so much.
It's so good.
Which means that because it is prone, if you're attacking from within 5 feet, you are attacking with advantage. If you're attacking any further away than 5 feet, you're attacking at disadvantage.
Amazing.
Next up, Sergei.
Now, did
Possibly
we...
the worst person for this dragon to have to deal with next after just having gone prone.
You would tickle it as well.
So dragon tickler.
Now, a question. Did we, I can't remember, if we made Stephen the rapier magical using the fire?
We did, but it doesn't last for long. It was like it only lasted
okay.
for a few hours, I believe.
Yes, correct. Stephen is now no longer magical.
Stephen, no. Cool. In which case, I'm thinking then. I'm gonna run up. I'm gonna right up. Can I get in flanking of the dragon? Not that it's necessarily needed at this moment in time.
Are we even able to flank something this big?
Yeah.
It is quite large, and though you have closed the gap, I don't know if you would have. What's your speed?
That is fine.
25?
Yeah, 25. I would get close enough to Thorik either way.
Yeah, I think you could get up to
and
Thorik, certainly, but I don't think you'd be able to get around it to flank it this turn.
Yeah.
Plus,
yeah.
it's prone anyway, so you have advantage still anyway, if you get up close.
Yeah, you know what? We're doing all right here, so I'll get up and I will just stab it with Stephen.
All right.
See if it does anything. Oh god, I'm.
See if it does anything. I love that. let's just see, shall we?
Just have a gander. That is a dirty 20 to hit.
All right. Well, that's going to break through its very scaly hide as you plunge Stephen in.
I wish I'd done that, but it's fine. I'll do that next time. So that is 5 hit points of damage.
All right.
Yeah.
And then I will turn to Thorik and go, it is time.
Well, Sergei, before you do that, would you like to describe how you are bloodying the dragon?
Ah!
Yes.
Brilliant. I will come in and I'll do like a really proper dramatic lunge and a little slide and maybe a bit of snow on the ground, just and poke it somehow, landing the hit, and then draw Stephen out and go, "Oh, well done, Stephen." And then I'll turn to Thorik and go, "Thorik, it is time. Mount the beast," and give you bardic inspiration.
Oh, jeez. Thorik. What would you like to do here?
Look at Sergei like, what the hell are you doing this close to this thing?
So you get just determination.
Fair play. Good bardically inspired. Mount the beast, you say? Sounds like a terrible idea. However, that does sound very inspiring, the way you've said that. I'm first going to hit the damn thing. So just sort of like bouncing on his heels, just get a bit of height.
Mm-hmm.
If it's kind of like sort of semi-rolled over, he's just gonna like aim for sort of its lower jaw and just kind of thwack straight down on that.
Nice.
So with advantage. That is going to be. That's only going to be a 14 to hit.
A 14 to hit is not going to cut it, I'm afraid.
Not going to do it, is it?
As its hide just withstands the strike.
Dear, oh dear, that is not what we wanted. That's my action. Bonus actions, what can I do? Already done that. Let's go with my spiritual weapon then, as he's trying to like hit the beast and it kind of like defends itself with its scaly hide. Mm-hmm. The spiritual weapon comes round. That's going to be a dirty 20 to hit.
Ooh, well that one's going to break through.
Cool. In which case that will be not a D. No, yes, it is D8. Yes, plus 3. 6 points of force.
6 points of force damage. Lovely, Thegral. As your spiritual weapon strikes, breaking through its scaly hide, and leaving a nice big whelp on the side of this white, scaly skin.
I should have used my bardic inspiration to try and hit with my hammer, shouldn't I? That would have been clever, wouldn't it? Nope, it's already happened. So I am going to. Am I going to? climbing on this thing seems like a really bad idea. I'm not going to. I'm going to think about it, and just sort of, like the inspiration feels really inspiring. It's like, sorry, this is a terrible idea. It can fly for one, and I'm scared of heights, so no. But maybe don't climb. Don't ride the dragon.
Oh, please.
Look, we'll take a portrait of you on its back when it's dead if you really want to.
Take a portrait.
Anything else you'd like to do, Thorik?
No, that's me. Thank you very much.
Marvellous. You're up.
Cool. Well, not wanting to lose out on the claim to having slain a dragon, I am going to draw my sword. My long sword, and shield and long sword in hand. I am going to charge in. I'm only 15 feet away, so I believe I have enough maneuverability to get behind the thing.
Yes, it is still prone though, regardless.
Yes.
So you'd have advantage anyway. But yes.
For this turn. Yeah, so I'm going to run around behind it because I'm perfectly at ease with not being at the business end of it. And I am going to strike out with my long sword. My
Long sword.
Long sword. Okay, so I'm really glad I have advantage because one of those was a natural one. So that is going to be an 18.
An 18 will just about break through its scales.
Lovely. And so I believe it's time to smite.
Oh, boy.
Time to smite.
I'm going to smite at first level. I'm going to smite at first level. So that's a D8 and plus 2D8. Okie doke. So, and then I add my. So that is going to be 3 and 8. So that is plus 15 damage with my first strike.
Very nice.
As I hack down with it and smite as my sword glows with that familiar radiant energy. And as it strikes, you see a bit of it scatter underneath its scales as I slash down. Bringing on the backhand with the second attack. Hell yeah. That is... Ooh, that's going to be lower. That's going to be a 17.
Just breaking through. That's going to be a second hit.
Yes, lovely. And, well, as we're in the current rules and haven't taken it away yet, smite again!
Smite him.
Smite him. And I'm going to... I'll use a... Oh, come on, let's use a second. Let's use a second level. Let's get the 4d8 in there all together. Okay, that is 2 of those are 8s. That's a 16 plus a 5, 21 plus a 3, 24 plus my 4, 28 points of the mixture of bludgeoning and radiant damage.
28, did you say?
Yes. As he cries down and slashes down with all of his might.
Be gone!
Wowzer. All right. And this thing is really now starting to get agitated. You kind of see it's flailing about, its wings almost like trying to knock you away, its tail whipping round. It's agitated now. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, that is the end of my turn.
All right. Okay, Saga, you're up.
Oh.
Oh,
Zone of
I
silence.
think you are
Zone of
muted.
silence.
Let's keep hacking at it. There we go.
Okay.
I didn't want to add chewing sounds. And I forget every time. That is a 12. That's not going to hit.
That's going to miss,
You
I'm
have
afraid.
advantage.
Its scaly hide is far...
Well,
you
I
do
have
have advantage.
advantage.
You do have
I
advantage.
did
You
not.
have advantage.
Yes, because
There
it
we
is
go.
prone.
He is
25.
prostrate.
25 to
Yes.
hit.
25 to hit is going to hit.
Mhm.
Yes, go for it.
Fantastic. That is 9 points of damage.
Okay.
And then extra attack. 18 to hit.
18 to hit will also break through its rather tough scales as your blade strikes again.
7 points of damage.
Okie doke. Nice. Anything else?
Oh shit, I rolled the wrong dice for damage. Sorry. Let me roll damage again. I was rolling a d8 and not 2 d6s. There we go. So that is 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage.
Sorry, Mama.
Alright. Okay. Was that on top of? Is this a separate attack? Or sorry, was that I was reading something?
No, I was just re-rolling.
Re-rolling
That was
damage.
instead of the 7.
Instead of the 7.
Instead of the 7, it's
Cool.
10.
Yep, lovely, thank you. Anything else?
That is it.
Alright. Okie doke. So, that means it is the dragon's go. The dragon is going to use half its movement to get up from prone.
Opportunity attack.
It is then going to use an
Left
action to
range.
disengage,
Fuck off.
and then it is going to fly 40 feet straight up.
Goodness me, that's a fly speed.
Yeah, that is a fly speed. 80 fly speed.
So no opportunity attacks.
No opportunity
No.
attacks, I'm afraid.
That would have been.
Hey there, Questers. I just wanted to take a quick moment to say a huge thank you to all of our Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Your support really helps to keep this channel going strong. So I wanted to give a special shout out to each and every one of you, our incredible patrons and YouTube members, who are Woodstrapper, Simon Jelly, Martin C, Gallus, Gary Lloyd, James Hamilton, J.R. Bellaston, Robert Treadwell, Jason Udall, Jason Bradwell, Nigel Raggett, Rebecca Hill, Giles McGee, and Caesars. Honestly, your support truly makes a huge difference, and we appreciate you more than we can express. And to those of you who haven't yet joined, I would invite you to consider becoming a patron or YouTube member. Not only will you unlock fantastic benefits, including early access to videos, exclusive behind-the-scenes content, and access to our Discord channel, but you'll also be directly contributing to the growth and success of this channel. But to everybody, thank you again for all of your support and helping us to tell these incredible adventures together.